Hello there everyone, my name is Crazy Hill and welcome back to the depths of hell, and today we're going to be going into the XOR Hell, and this is going to be called Sapphire button. So this is the way the module looks. It's got the way that you're going to be determining the Sapphire button from other sort of similar blue buttons is due to the fact that there's going to be immediately a series of different bitmaps on here. And there's going to be 3 different bitmaps that you're going to have access to, and it's going to be determined by how many times you press the button each. Note that you want to do that in order to access the other ones, you essentially need to tap the button between 1 and 3 times to access bitmaps 1 through 3. Obviously, that's going to be respectively, but if you refer to the example, press 2, it will then begin to change the bitmaps, and that's going to be the way that you're going to do this one. Now, this module is notorious for being tricky, not because of the fact that it's hard to do. It's also the fact that it's the length of the time that it actually requires to do. It's not hard. It is just extremely long to do. But anyways, let's go back to bitmap 1. And essentially what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to record all of the initial states of each of the bitmaps. And the way that this is going to work is, according to the original manual here, is obtain 3 further bitmaps by applying the XOR operation to the bitmaps as follows. Bitmap 1 XORs bitmap 2, bitmap 1 XOR bitmap 2 XOR bitmap 3, and bitmap 2 XOR bitmap 3. So essentially what's going to happen here is that we're going to get the results from, we're going to get 3 different results from each of these XORing cases. And essentially what's going to happen here is it's going to be getting us 3 different words. We're going to get 3 different words from each of these bitmaps because they will spell out a word, as you can see from these examples here. From this example, we get wetly, salad, and nudge. And now it's going to be shifted, and we're going to have to note down how many times each of these are shifted, but we'll get to that second part in due time. For right now, let's start noting down what the bitmaps look like, because we need to do a lot of XORing here, and this is going to be the not so fun part. So I think this is going to be, and the way that I'm going to note this down is I'm going to note this down in binary. It's going to just be a bit easy to tell, and also it's going to be easy to do the XORing operation. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with how XOR works, I'm going to give you a basic rundown. In order for it to return as a 1, it needs to have both of the bits that are going to be applying here there needs to be only exactly 1 1 present. If there happens to be 2 1s or none whatsoever, it will not return as a 1. That's going to be the way that this works. Fairly simple rundown of how it works. And what's going to happen here is we're going to be comparing the positions of each of these guys here. Now, the way that we can make our lives a little bit easier here is we can take a look and we can recognize the fact that, hey, our first example is going to be bitmap 1 XORing bitmap 2. And if we take a look at the second example, it's bitmap 1 XOR 2 XOR 3. Essentially, all we simply need to do is we need to take the result from the first one and then just plug in the XOR of 3 here, and that's all we're simply going to be doing for that. So it's actually really not that complicated, but essentially what's going to happen here is it's just making it a little bit more complicated. So it might seem more complicated, but obviously it's just going to be one additional step afterwards. So let's get right into this. Let's start noting down our bitmaps here. I believe this is a this is 4 zeros and then a 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. This looks like 4 zeros, 1 1, and then 0. I believe. It doesn't specifically say with how many length it is. What the length of it is actually. Okay. Then we have what I believe to be 0 0 1. 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 0, then 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 might be that, I believe. Let me click it 2 times. Let me just get some perspective, see if I can maybe get like 1 or 2 bits over here. Might be nice. Okay, it actually might be the end right there. If we were to do 3 times. Okay, it does not go further than that. Okay, it might actually only be, okay, that's 1 bit instead, excuse me. That's just that and that, in which case that's going to be 1, 2, 3. That makes much more sense. Okay. I believe this is going to be the case. Okay. Then we have 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1. Then we have 0 0. Oh my god, okay. And you can kind of see some letters forming in this instance. One of the things that you can immediately recognize is that, hey, this is a Sierra, which is quite nice. But we don't know exactly which word this is going to be corresponding to necessarily yet. So that's going to be what makes this mod a little bit tricky. Then we have got a 0 here. Then we have 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, all the way to the end. 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Oh, no, hold on. 1, 1, 0. There we go. Then 1, 1, 1, then 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, and this is our first bitmap taken care of. So now this is going to be the first one that we note down. Now at this point, what I'm going to do is I like to separate each of these guys. And essentially what's going to happen here, oh, I need to click it twice. Now we're going to get bitmap 2 here. So we've got a bunch of ones from this first one here. Oh my god. Okay. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, that's 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, things are looking good so far. Then we've got 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. The reason why I'm speeding up is because of how long this freaking takes. Then we have 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, what, excuse me, 0, 0, 0, and 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. That's the end of it. Perfect. Then we have a whole bunch of zeros here up until this first little bit right here. 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay? Now for bitmap 3 here, let's set you up. Make sure you do not go over 3, because if you click the button 4 times, that's going to be when you enter into submission mode. It's very important that you do not do that. Now we have 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That should be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Let me just make sure I got that right. Selecting 7, yes. 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. All the way. Yep. 1, 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Or that's the end of it right there. 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Let's wait to the end. And then finally for our last row, so we can get this module actually started here, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, where am I? 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, yep. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Yep, there we go. Okay. Now, we simply are just going to move this in front here. We're simply going to be focusing on this entire module here. And now what we're going to do is we're now going to get into the XORing part of this module. This is the part that takes easily the longest of this entire thing. So let's take a look and let's see what we have here. So now bitmap 1 is going to be XORing bitmap 2 for the first result here. So if we take a look here, I'm going to space this out and I'm going to make sure that we have some sort of separator between these guys. This is going to be for each of the 5 rows here. This is going to make my life a little bit easier to do. And essentially what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be comparing each position, so in this case the first position up in the top left, with each of the positions in the bitmap 1 and bitmap 2. And this is going to be how we're going to check things. So in this case, there is indeed a 1 and a 0 here. This applies to the XOR case. This returns as a 1. And as you can see, this is going to take a long time to do. 1 and 0 returns as 1, because it's XOR. Then 1 and 0 returns as 1. 1 and 1 returns as 0. 1 and 0 returns as 1. 1 and 1 returns as 0. And at this point, you're pretty much going to have to follow along with me and bear with me on this, because this is going to take a long time to do, especially because I have to do 15 rows of this, excuse me. But each of them happen to be 22 length long. So that's going to be 22 times 15 is going to be 330. Oh my god. Okay. All right. So now let's zoom you in. Let's just make this easier on us. So we just did a 0 here. Then we have 1, 0. Then we have 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. We're almost at the end. We're the last 4 here. 0, 0, 1, 0. Should be 22. Indeed, it is according to the bottom here. Selected is 22. That's perfect. And one of the things that you're going to realize here is after like the first like 2 or 3 rows, you're going to start to figure out which characters you're looking at pretty quickly, which might make it easier to just simply try and follow along and try and graph it out later on. But for the first 2 rows, you're definitely going to want to have to do it normally. So 0 and 0 is equal to 0. 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. I believe this is currently where I'm at. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Double check. 1, 1, 1. Yep. 0, 1. Yep, this makes sense. Okay, so now 1. 1, 0, 1. 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. I can already see a couple of things coming along here. This looks like it's going to be a mic. This looks like it's going to be probably a tango. This might be an Oscar, for example. Might even be a Charlie here. I don't know. Definitely looks like we're getting an answer here. So 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, so 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Ooh, hold on a minute. Okay, so we just did the 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, or is 1, 1, 1, 1. Let me look at this real quick. So 1. Oh, right. I'm looking at the third. I'm looking at the second row, not the third row. So yeah. So 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, then 0. That makes sense. Okay, good. I was about to say, 0, then 1, 1, then 0. So 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Ooh, okay. This is becoming more like an alpha, for example. I actually think I see a word here. I have a theory, but I believe the word is going to be meaty. Hear me out. So now, if we get this third row is going to pretty much confirm, this fourth row rather, is going to confirm a lot here. And actually, probably what we can do here is we can probably invoke my strategy that I wanted to do here. What I want to do is I kind of want to follow along with the letters. There's a lot of cases where zeros are just the entire row, like the entire column rather. But I want to follow along with cases where it's only going to be a 1. So for example, I want to focus on this one because I think that this is an echo, just based off of the way that it's working. But let's make sure that we can graph this right. And let's actually make sure we can graph everything else right. Now, if we were to follow the 4th and 5th rows of these positions, do they both equal out to be 1? 1 and 0 does indeed equal to 1. And then 1 and 0 does indeed equal out to 1. And the rest of the stuff around it is indeed going to be a 0. Therefore, this first letter that we have here is a tango. So that is good to go. Next up, our next letter should be a Yankee. So let's take a look. So we move over a little bit here, and it should be 1, 1, 1. And in this case, it's 0. It's paired with 0, 0, and 0. And just like that, it matches up with exactly what we're looking for here. So now 0, 0, 0, 0. And now we're going to move on to the next one. Now, we can already pretty much determine that this is going to be representing kind of the end of the word here, and it's going to be looping around back to the first. So we can already pretty much mark these with zeros. And we've already determined this one was a mic, so that's going to be pretty easy to tell. Now, let's just make sure that the rest of this little 3x3 group here should actually be 0. This was where the mic was at. And indeed it is. It's giving us that the XOR being true here. And here on the edges here, but on the middle, it's being zeros. This is therefore a mic. Next up, now we need to determine if this is a echo or whatever else it could potentially be. But I do believe it is an echo. So I'm also going to give myself some more time because I know I'm going to need it. Let's just give myself time. Add 60 minutes. Let's just give myself 60 minutes. That should do fine. Okay. So now let's take a look at this position. And already one of the things that I can immediately recognize is that in the first bitmap, everything here is 0. So that already means that if we take a look at the second bitmap, we already should see an outline of what our letter is. And in this case, it does indeed represent an echo. Just like that. Okay, perfect. We have Mike Echo for our first bit. We have Tango and Yankee. This therefore has to be an alpha. Let's check. So now the last two rows, if we take a look here, this last row here is going to be a 1, 1, 1, and a 0, 1, 0. So this is therefore going to return as a 1, 0, 1. Should be the exact same result in the fourth row, 1, 0, 1 compared to 0, 0, 0, is indeed a 1, 0, 0. Hopefully at this point you guys can see how it looks. Mike, Echo, Alpha, Tango, and Yankee, and therefore our first word is indeed meaty. So therefore that's good to go. So now what we want to do with the second bit right here is we now want to do the exact same thing that we had before. We get the result we had from beforehand because this is the result of bitmap XOR 1 bitmap 1 XOR 2. And now what we want to do for the second one is we want to XOR this using bitmap 3. Okay, so now let's essentially copy our results here. And essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move this down here so that it is a little bit it does actually line up a little bit better with the third bitmap here. This is just going to make my life a little bit easier to do. So now let's take a look at this one right here. And this is going to be the result of our second one right here. All right, so let's take a look. So now let's do the exact same thing that we had beforehand. I'm going to put the result down here, kind of just a little bit of a way to help me look at it easier. So 1, 0, 0, then 0, 1, 0, then 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, then 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. Oh, hold on, I missed something. Okay, 1, 0, 0, 0 makes sense. 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, then 1, 1 lines up. 0, 1, 1, 1. Then 0, then 0. There we go. That should fix it. Then 1, then 0, then 0, then 1, then yep, there we go. Perfect. Okay, it's a good start so far. Let's take a look at our next one. So 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. I can already see a couple letters forming. I think I can. I think I see another Mike coming up here, just from the way that it looks. I can potentially see a Charlie from this. I could see a Tango. I could see potentially an Alpha and a Romeo here. It's an interesting one, definitely. But let's continue on. I think it's definitely safe to say that this one is definitely Mike, just from the way, Mike in itself is unique, and it's really easy to see. This first little bit of row 3 should be a 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. And in this case, if we take a look, 1, 0, yes, 0, yes, 1, yes, 0, yes, 1. Okay, this is definitely a Mike. So this is going to be 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 for this first little bit right here. Now, let's figure out what the second letter is, because this is going to be a bit important for us. And also, let's remember that this beginning of the third letter here could actually be in India. We don't quite know that yet. So let's take a look. We've got 0, 0, so 0, 0, yep, makes sense. 0, Actually, this is likely going to be a Sierra. I can see this actually happening to be a Sierra. 0. Then it should be a 1 right here. It is indeed. And then it should be 2 1s right here. 0 0 1 1. Bingo. Yep, this is a Sierra. So yeah, definitely one of the things that you can actually start to see here, with enough experience with this module, is that you can actually start to figure out what the letters are just from the first 2 rows even. I was able to figure out that this one was like kind of setting out like a Charlie, but I was able to figure out that, hey, this is a Sierra instead. Mike is a very easy one to see immediately. But these ones are a bit interesting. This one also could potentially be an Oscar, for example. We don't quite know yet, but I'm quite confident that this one's probably going to turn out to be a Romeo. Yeah, I can definitely see that because it's similar to an Alpha, but the only 2 changes of this one are over here and over here. That's going to be very important to mention here. But in the meantime, let's focus on the third character here. Mike and whatever the heck this is. Yeah, I could see absolutely this being a tango, because what's essentially happening here is that all of the stuff from Mike is being canceled out here. So essentially this entire column right here, all of these ones are essentially being canceled out. All of these ones are being canceled out. And 0 1 stays in place, and then the 1 0 and then the 1 0 are indeed going to make this a tango. Tango is going to be coming in right here. All of the rest of this is going to be 0 0. Okay, now for our next one here. ST blank blank M. I don't know what that word could be. Let's take a look. So E and whatever gibberish this is. Let's figure it out. So the third row, 0 1 1, I believe. Let me check this. 1 and 0, that's a 1, 1 and 1. That's a 0 right there. 1 goes right there. Yep, that makes sense. 0 and 1. I believe I'm starting to see this being an Oscar. 1 and 0. Yep, makes sense. 0 and 1 makes sense. Okay. And then 1 and then 0. Yep, it's an Oscar. Storm is what it's likely going to be the word. I can definitely see this being storm for the second one. Okay. But let's continue on. Let's make sure that this is indeed true. So it's basically going to be alpha, except these bits are going to be inverted, I believe. Yes. So it's going to be alpha, 1, 1, 1. And we have 1, 0, 1, and we have 1, 0, 1. But remember that this is going to be inverted here, so this is going to make a 0. And indeed, it does indeed form a Romeo. Our word is storm for the second one right here. Okay, so now that we're done with this little bit here, we figured out Bitmap 2. Bitmap 2 was a storm. What we're going to do now is we're now going to do Bitmap 2 XOR Bitmap 3. So now we're essentially just going to do these 2 results for the third one here, and we're going to be done with this module. But there's one last thing that we have to do, of course. So 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 wow 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 1. Okay, that's good. Next up, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. Okay, this is interesting. Might be another tango. Might be another Oscar. Might be an Oscar potentially. Romeo. Uniform maybe. I'm not quite sure. So now we have 1 0 0. 0 1 0 0 0 0 0. Wow. Okay. 1 1 1 0. It makes sense though. 1 1 1 0, then 1. 0 0 1. I might be off a little bit. Hold on. So we just did 1, 1, 1 right here, and then we did 1, 1, and then we did the 0, 0, 0. Then we did 0, and we did 1, then we did 0, and we did 1, 0, 1. So I am right. 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. All right. This is an interesting one. And actually, let me check real quick. So we did the 1, 1, 1 right here. Then we get a 0 from this one. Then we get a 1. Then we get a 0. Then we get a 1. Okay, so that's right. But let me check. Let me check up here real quick. This is fifth position from the last. There we go. Yeah, I messed up somewhere. Yep, I was right. It might be in November. We have 0, then we have 0, then we have 1, then we have 0, then we have 1. Yep, my instincts were on. Okay, so we might be looking at an India and a Tango potentially, but I believe this is safe to say this one is an Alpha. So Alpha to start us off. This might be November potentially. Probably a uniform, a new. I don't know what we could form with a new, and it's a 5-letter word. Let's continue on though. So we've got 1, 0, 0. And let's just start calculating the letters, honestly, because we can do this really easily. So we've got 1, 1. This is going to actually be a Lima. A Nolt, maybe? So this first one's going to be a Lima. Is the second one a Tango or an India? So the second one, Tango in this direction. Tango is going to actually be right here. U, 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 and U. Let's actually take a look at this real quick. 0, 0, 1, 0. Yep. Okay, that's looking good. Yep. Okay, I think it's definitely safe to say that this is a Tango. Okay, I could definitely see it being a Nult. Although that's definitely a weird word to look at. Let's take a look at the next letters here. So we should be getting a 1, 0, 1 for the fourth row in this position. Let's find that. So the 1, 1, 1 was right here. This should therefore be a 1, 0. Yep. So 1 and 0 equals 1. Then we have 0. Then we have a 1 and 1 is equal to 0, and then we have the 1 and 0 equal to 1. That's perfect. And it's the exact same case right here. So it's going to be just another 1, 0, 1. Perfect. That's definitely A right there. Okay, next up, let's take a look and see if this is November or if it's something else. We can't quite tell at the moment. Although we probably can. So after the 1, 1, 1, after this stuff right here, all of these are going to be 0. Makes sense. 1, yeah, this is going to be an entire row. So 1, 1, then we have another case of 0, 0. Then we have a 1 and a 1. 0, 1. Oh, wait, this might be Charlie. Let me actually think about this. Hold on. So we just did 1, 1, 1 right here. That's the position. Then we did 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. So then this shouldn't even exist. It's a 0. Sorry, bear with me, guys. This is a bit of a weird case. And as you can see, this module is definitely very easy to mess up and lose your place. Especially when you're comparing positions like this. 1 and then 1 and then 0 is 1. 1 and then 0 is 1. 1 and then 0 is 1. 1 and 0 and then 1 is 1. Okay, so that's the entire row taken care of right there. Let me make sure that the top one is good. That is indeed true. As for the next position, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. This should be a 1 right down here. And then for the next position, 1 0. This is what I just did, I believe. 0 0 0 1. Okay. Then 0 1 1 1 0. That's a delta. There we go. Adult makes much more sense. Yes, this is right. As you can see, there are those letters that are very, very close to each other, and it's definitely a bit tricky to tell exactly where they are at. But in this case, we were able to figure out that that was indeed a delta. And this should indeed result in a uniform, which, from the looks of it, it does indeed. It's basically just building off of each other. A 1 0 1 and then a 0 1 0. That is definitely an adult. Okay, so now that we have our three words, finally, meaty, storm, and adult, now what do we do with them? Well, first things first, I completely forgot to do something real quick. We need to also recognize how many times the word was shifted. So I'm actually going to have to go back a little bit here. So meaty, first off, the first letter is right over here. So this is the mic right here. Mic is the first letter. How many times was it shifted left? That's how many times, that's what we need to record as a number here. So now Mike was shifted, Mike should be in the first position. It was shifted left 1, 2, 3 times. So it's like this. So in this case, the first letter, 1, 2, 3. Meaty was shifted to the left 3 times. I'm actually going to move these guys over here so we don't have to control N anything. Now for adult, for storm, I need to actually check this real quick because this is the one I messed up on. I shouldn't have gotten rid of the notes, to be completely honest. But I should be able to remember exactly what it was. Now, as for adult is the exact same case as meaty. If we take a look at the display here, we move the adult to where it is in its current position, A, D, U, L, and T. Adult. So we shifted to the left 3 as well for this one. And now we have to do Control Z hell. So let's Control Z ourselves all the way back. Let's try and figure out exactly where storm was. Yes, here we go. So STORM. So this is going to be therefore a 4 because we have the S in the fourth position over here. It is currently like this. S storm. Shifted to the left 4 times. The storm is going to be a 4. Now, what exactly do we do with this case? Let's take a look. So this is going to be part of the submission. And we're only going to be focusing on this page for right now. This is definitely going to make our lives a little bit easier if we just simply move this down to 1 page. So bear with me. I need to also slash this away. So now, what exactly do we do? So what we need to do is we need to convert the words into 5x5 bitmaps in which each row represents the A1Z26 value of each letter in binary. Then apply a transformation to these bitmaps depending on how many letters each word has been cycled to the left. And wow, it's already been 30 minutes. Jesus Christ. Okay. So now, I'm not going to be teaching binary in this tutorial because of the fact that, like, at this point, if you're learning this module and you don't know what binary is, you need to learn it. I have plenty of other tutorials that actually cover it, but I know that Mike is 13, so this is going to be 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. This is going to be 5, so echo. So 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. Then we have alpha right there. Then we have tango 16, 0, 0, 16, 4. That's it. And then Yankees 16. I should know this. 16, 8, and then 1. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and that's going to be our first bitmap. Let's convert all of 3 of these to bitmaps here, just to make our lives a little bit easier. We've got storm. So storm is going to be 19, so 16. Skip the 8, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. 16 and 4. Then we have 18, 16, and 2. Then we have the 13 from 4, so 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Oh, wait, I skipped something here. Hold on. 16, 19, 16, 14. I've skipped 15. What the heck? 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. Yep, there we go. I know what I'm talking about. 16, 2, and then 13, 0, 8, 4, and a 1. Okay? And let's do the exact same thing for adult. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Lima is 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. I skipped over it again. This is uniform. 16, 4, 1, and then 16 and 4 for tango. Okay. So now that we have our bitmaps here, what exactly do we need to do with this? Well, each of these transformations and these numbers represent a transformation. So in this case, for the 3, we're going to be rotating each of these bitmaps by 90 degrees counterclockwise. And for the 4, we're going to be mirroring about the diagonal that is from top left to bottom right. And this is actually not going to be too hard. This is actually not going to be, this is probably the easiest part of this entire thing, but let's make sure we do it right. So now, if we're going to be rotating media by 90 degrees counterclockwise, the top left is going to become the bottom left is going to become bottom right, and so on and so forth. You obviously know how counterclockwise works. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to, the better way that I like to visualize this is instead what we're going to do is we're going to go column by column from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we're going to write that down as our rows. So in this case, if we take a look at 90 degrees counterclockwise, it's going to be 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. It's going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It's going to be 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. It's going to be 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. And it's going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Excuse me, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, rather. Now, let's do the exact same thing for the third one. Let's just put question marks right here, because we will get back to that in just a moment. Okay, and let's do the exact same thing. 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Then 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, now, mirroring about the diagonal, mirroring about this diagonal. And note that these give you examples of how this actually works here too, which actually makes it quite simple. So now for storm, we're going to be mirroring about the top left and bottom right diagonal, which cuts through exactly in the middle here. And the way that it likes to actually put this is it actually likes to essentially say the first row becomes the first column, the second row becomes the second column, the third row becomes the third column, and so on and so forth. And as you can see, this is how it's applied here. And that's going to be the way that we're actually going to do things here. We're going to record the first row as the first column, and so on and so forth. Because as you can see, salad normally is a 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, but in this case, it becomes 1, 0, 0, 1, 1 for that column. So let's do this, and we actually happen to have CR for the first letter here. So we've got 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Then we have 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. That's our second row, second column. We've got 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. And we've got 1, 0, 0, 1, and 0. And then we have 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1. And now, to finally close ourselves off, we have to XOR all 3 of these bitmaps one last time, and then convert these back from binary into a letter, and then we're going to get a word from this, and then we're going to submit that word. So, one of the things that you can actually use to help you with this bit mapping between all 3 of these bits right here is essentially what you want to do is you want to note down that there has to be exactly 1 or 3 ones in each position in order for it to return true. And the way that I mean by 3 is, for example, if we do 1 XOR 1, that's going to return as 0. XORing another 1 is going to then return as 1. That's exactly what I mean. And in this case, if we happen to do 1 XOR 0 XOR 0, well, the first bit's going to give us a 1, obviously, equals 1. And then XORing 0 is going to then equal 1. So there we go. That's going to be the way that this works. And in this first position, we happen to have exactly 3 1s. That's good to go. We happen to have 2 1s. That's going to return as a 0. 1, 0, 1, that's going to be 0. 0, 1, 0, that's going to return as 1. And then a 1, 0, 0 is going to return as 1. This first bit is going to be 16. That's going to be 19 for this. That's going to be 0 for this first bit. 0, 0, 0 is going to return as 0. 0, 0, 0 is going to return as 0. 0, 1, 0 is going to return as 1. And already one of the things that I can already tell is this is going to be 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Because of the fact that every single other bit it happens to return as 0. This is going to be our bit right here. So this is going to be an echo. Okay. Next up, we've got 1, 0, 0 that's going to return as 1. We've got 1, 1, 1 that's going to return as 1. We've got 0, 1, 1 that's going to return as 0. 1, 0, 1 is going to return as 0. 0, 1, 1 is going to return as 0. That's 16 plus 4. That's going to be a tango. 16 plus 8. That's going to be an X-ray. And we already happen to have 6. Okay, great. I hope I hope that we actually have a word here. That would be quite nice. 0, 0, 1. I'm gonna go through this a little bit quicker too, just because of the fact that this takes a long time to do. 1, 1, 0. That's 0, 0, 0. 0 is 0. 0, 1, 0 is 1. 1, 0, 1, 1 is 0. And then 1, 0, 0 is 1. That's an echo. Oh, please don't go down this path. Oh, please do not go down this path. 1. Okay, thank God. Okay, I thought it was going to be sexed. 0, 1, 0 is 1. 0, 0, 0 is 0. 0, 1, 1 is 0. 1, 0, 0 is 1. And 1, 1, 1 is indeed a 1. Yes, sexes. This indeed is a word. So, therefore, our final result is indeed sexes. I was so concerned about it going down a different path. Oh my God. Okay. And now, what we're going to essentially do is we're now going to tap the button 4 times to proceed to input mode. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to enter into one of these ranges here. So we're going to go CR for this first one. We're now going to enter into CR range, and we're going to enter the CR button. That's good to go. And we're going to do the exact same thing for all of these letters here. Echo, and echo. Echo, X-ray. Then we have echo for this last one here, or for this fourth one rather. And then we have Sierra for our last button. And then now, once we hit that Sierra, it will immediately submit, and whether you're right, and whether you're wrong, you will receive a strike. And just like that is a solved module. As always, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for coming along with this trip. I'm sorry this took as long as it did. It is a bit of a trickier mod to do, but once you understand that it's all about the positions, so in this case it's comparing this position and this position, this position and that position, and so on and so forth, you should be golden with this module. Otherwise, a very long and tedious module that I'm quite frankly not fond of. Many people in this community aren't really that fond of it either, just because of how long it takes. But otherwise, that's all I have to say about this module. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay crazy, stay cool, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.